My name is Yoriko Ito. I'm a chair for this Tokyo SIGGRAPH Asia Computer Animation Festival this year. I actually am new, but I've done for jury before in 2018. And I'm a creator for animated film in the United States in the past 30 years. So nowadays we make only 3D animation. And I know SIGGRAPH, I know of more so, I never actually attended much, but I know 3D animation about the SIGGRAPH, people enter it, and the people who get award, and they often have a chance to work for big studio. It's amazing. I went through all this process of pre-selections and of course final juries, and it was hard to make a decision, but top 3, 4, pretty much like everybody agreed. Electronic theater was a little tough because there was a lot of good works. And I was happy to see more Asian submissions. And unfortunately, I mean, it's unfortunately or not, but top 3 were not selected in an Asian, country, but I think it will come. There were very strong works. Of course, those 3 top, incredible. I mean, without no doubt, why they were selected. And it's not just, quality and technical ability to achieve that much, but also how narrative told, beautifully handled, both Ouchi and Joe. Their decision to make the world with the handcrafted textured world and the character design are impeccably charming, and it was 8 minutes, quite long. However, I didn't get bored, I mean, depends on the person, but I really enjoyed watching the textures and camera move and how it folded end to end. It was sad, but however, kind of left a opening feeding that, sort of like creation of the world that dies and end to end, but maybe perhaps, something reborn again. And the second prize, well, I guess there's no second, but best student is beautiful. It's personal feeding of that, the story. However, it could be anyone, be a high achiever. People need to give up, and just gorgeous graphic approach. The animation too. I mean, they are hard to probably do repeating area, but running is not an easy task to do. And it's just gorgeous the way they frame graphic and pretty strong masterpiece for a student like that. About Atsushi Tadokoro, Mr. Tadokoro. Yeah, one of my colleague from SIGGRAPH, a local member, suggested that he might be a good fit for the pre-show, because I don't live in Japan, in the United States. I didn't have much connection. We wanted something that connecting to SIGGRAPH CG, like something engineer plus art and show, not easy to come up. So he was introduced by me, and he was very easy to work with, willing to come in this short time. And his website is basically his name, tadokoroatsushi.com. He's an engineer. I think started in the 80s using a coding, music, and vision, digital vision. And then I think involving more in between the algorithm. I'm not an engineer, but whatever he does, he improvises on the spot and then creates music and this beautiful psychedelic kind of abstractive image, and he creates all that. That's amazing. So please go to his website and enjoy the show. He has a YouTube site as well. Well, the most recent one in the past few years, I guess I've been in the industry over 30 years, so it started from 1996 7, 8 DreamWorks first work, Prince of Egypt, then go through Shrek and Madagascar, because I was in the company for a while, so they had a lot of sequel. And then after that, you know, kind of jumped around different studio. The last year, couple of years, Netflix I have been working on, and Ultraman Rising, they're actually doing a speech here. I actually asked them to join, since I had a contributor. That's nice to see them. That was great. Obviously, Ultraman is a Japanese IP. Work on it in the United States. Shannon Tyndall and had an idea a long time ago, and he is a big fan of Japanese IP, Ultraman, and many of Japanese talent in Hollywood. I mean, it's not just only, but many. So that was nice. And then also Japanese Netflix called Tokyo Override is actually just released last month. I contributed as a lighting and a color supervising, and it's beautiful, beautiful rendered and designed series. I think only 6 series. And motorcycle is one of the main storytelling method. And Yamaha bike contributed design together, and I think the design team designed the bike, and they even made the model, and it's showing, I believe, in Thailand in a motor show or something, somewhere. That's one of the highlights. And probably the biggest one that you may know, Mario Brothers. In a couple of years ago, I was a designer, contributed as an art direction in the beginning. So I'm happy to see that I designed, like notably Koopa's big ship, Princess Peach Palace, or the outside, and in Mushroom Kingdom, all the stuff in the beginning of the design, reflecting quite a bit in the world. I know there's AI coming and everybody are concerned, but you need to know what's, works, You have to know about layout, design, color, camera works. And if you are going for storyboard, AI can't do the storyboarding. I mean, they can collect a bunch of images, but it's all in your brain, right? Including art too. I know I've used a little bit to test it, to get some idea. Sometimes it's good to go through quickly. However, it's much easier to just ask somebody, like, hey, this might be good, but why this is good, why this is bad, why this doesn't work, right? You still need to give them idea. Instead of finessing in a computer, it's much more fun to finesse by your hands, right? So I think you need to learn by watching them, working on your own hands, take the classes, get a feedback. Feedback are most important. I mean, unless you are just genius, you can just do it. I've seen it, some people like that too. But take a class, go to school, and get a good, friends to exchange information. I don't know, is it CG or art? I'm in the design side, but it's important to understand a certain software, the process too. Unfortunately, I can give a suggestion for the actual technical side. However, people who does the technical side, if you understand quite well artistic side, they thrive better, and you actually do need it, especially if you are going for higher. I have been in this field a long time. There's a time change around, right? Like when you're young, you see something, you get inspired. But I started as an illustrator, and I'm originally from Japan, but I moved to the United States when I was 21. And I enjoyed American illustrators that back in the 80s and 90s, the classic that, as you know, like all this golden age illustrators from that time, it was more classic. So that approach of beautiful compositions and use of colors and lighting, they didn't have it in Japan. And that was quite influential. Then later on, I went to, of course, film. Then around me, introduced you to good painters. And, I started as a background painter, and then obviously changed to the world of 3D in the year of 2000. And then you become designer, so I have to learn from different, I mean, I have to self-taught in a way, but not huge difference between, you know, doing an illustration, unless you're doing extreme style. So I like classic painting and feel the light, you know, like John Singer Sargent is a good example, but then many other painters are good. But if you talk about film, but that's different, you know, it really, I can't pick one, so.